All right, guys, morning routine. We got half a thing of electrolytes here. We're going to do the hair medication from the hair transplant. This has got minoxidil and dutasteride in that. I take one of those capsules. I take one BPC 157 capsule. Also, I take injectable BPC 157, and I have my last little tiny bit of NAD that I've already loaded up. So first, we're going to do our blood sugar. So I've just washed my hands. So we'll go ahead and load this up. So I made a mistake the other day when I was doing this when I first got it. You have to insert this first, not put the blood on it and then insert it. So you insert it. Already got the thing locked and loaded on there. All you do is squeeze your finger, push this. It's going to bleed. You kind of push it up a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're at 96 fasted, so it's a little high. We need to get it a little bit lower for fasted. We want it to be between 80 to 90. And after meals, we want it below 120, 130-ish. So that's good with that. Let's go ahead and take this NAD. I just take it. You can take it to your stomach fat. There's always a little tiny bit like left in there. If I don't do that and get it out, it will fuck up my other stuff. So a little bit of EPC. Only pull at 10 units here. Put the bubbles out. Just hit the other side. Put that in there. I don't like these because for whatever reason it traps some of the medication inside, and I bought a bunch of them, so I don't have to go through them. But that's the morning routine, and then we're going to go walk. Get our morning walk in. Morning walk, cardio. The eye still inflamed, getting a little bit better, but that's what we're doing for our morning routine and what we have been doing for a while. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'll record some more stuff for you as we go. Let's get slinky, baby. All right, now it's Sunday, and every week they close down the streets for probably 6 hours, 7 hours, and everybody can do cardio. So you don't really see that in the States much, because I feel like America doesn't really care about your health. So here they like give you opportunities where you can actually get out and exercise. And they also have tons of outdoor gyms throughout the whole city as well. So if you can't afford a gym membership and the weather's pretty decent every day, you can actually get a workout in. So there's really no excuses. And it's crazy because there's not a ton of fat people here. Obviously there's fat people, but for the most part, a lot of the women are here fit. A lot of taxi drivers are kind of fat, because I've seen many of guys. I take taxis pretty much every day, a couple times a day. But pretty much everyone is get after it and they're staying somewhat decent in shape. I'm walking to get my coffee right now at the cafe, There's a couple different locations I've been to. This one's by far not the best, but I like the location. This is the service, and they're just kind of, I don't know. They just don't understand what I ask for. I get the same thing every time I go there, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem, but apparently they're still confused. But yeah, I like going to this place. I like to sit in a certain little booth there, get my coffee in, go over emails, look at some stuff, catch up on some messages before I start the day. All right, guys, we're back from coffee, back from our cardio. We're going to do 60 grams of carbs, 60 grams of protein, 25 grams of fat. So I already got my 80 grams of oats weighed out here. And how I do this is when I want to measure out this, I just zero out the spoon on the scale. I take the spoon, and then I would just measure out 36 grams. So that's only 21. 36 grams on the number. All right, so we do that, and then we go ahead. 1 scoop of this is 40 grams, so we'll just do 1.5 scoops. If we can get it. There's 1 scoop. And half a scoop. So now we have exactly what we need to grow. Meal 1 going down. I'll show you guys meal 2. Good morning, guys, it's Monday. We're in the Cage right now. Not sure what my body weight is this morning, but I've been 266. We've been dialing in, we've increased the food. We're doing 6 meals a day. 50 to 60 grams of carbs and 50 to 60 grams of protein per meal, and we're trying to get around 25 grams of fat added per meal. And I'm still doing my morning cardio just because I like it, you know. Plus low intensity cardio, the adaptation for that is your body is more efficient at burning body fat when you're doing low intensity cardio in zone 1. So it's very, very important for you to keep up to date on your low intensity cardio every single day to burn body fat, and you use the training to stimulate muscle growth. So you're not in the gym trying to burn fat, you're in the gym trying to stimulate growth, and then you're eating the food to recover, and you're doing the cardio to burn fat. That is how you bodybuild. If you're doing it any other way, you're incorrect. So that's my 2 cents on that. I'm going to go get my morning coffee. I'm going to walk for 20 minutes there. I might walk back for 20 minutes, get my first meal in, and then I'm going to go train back and chest and do client check-ins, start the rest of the day, and try to get a place where I can make my VSL without getting charged an arm and a leg. I got in contact with this guy yesterday or 2 days ago, and he was trying to charge me $700 here in Colombia. And I'm like, dude, people here make $700 in 1 month. You're trying to charge me $700 for 1 hour or less. I told the guys, like, bro, it's a 7-minute video. You know, I only need to be there for an hour or less to shoot it with a teleprompter, probably more like 30 minutes. And they're just trying to charge you more money because you're white and you're a foreigner, right? So the same thing with these houses. They just try to juice the price on you and charge you more for what it is, because there's no way that anybody can live the lifestyle that I'm living on a Colombian salary. Like, you know, some of the Ubers, you know, are $2 to $4. You do that twice a day. I mean, I talked to a girl the other day. She worked 9 hours at a bar, and they paid her 80 million pesos, or 80,000 pesos, which is fucking, or 80 million pesos, which is like $24. So it's like, how are you going to be able to afford a rent that's $2,000, or you must pay $700 for your business? Like, it's not going to happen. But I'll show you a picture of the coffee when I get it, and then maybe I'll show you some of my workouts in a little bit. All right, guys, so here is what I get pretty much every day. There's a couple different locations of this Mija. It's owned by a guy named Sean. I met him. He's a very nice guy. It's inconsistent from the 3 locations on how they do stuff. This one is this one's probably the best with like the service and the coffee. The best location that I like is in Manila, but their staff they're just not as smart as the ones here. And then there's one right across the street from where I'm staying, and I don't go to that one as much because I like to walk, so I want to walk like 20 minutes before I get my coffee. But that location is good too. Yeah, they have amazing chicken and waffles, breakfast bagel. They have this amazing French toast. But I like their coffee here, and I like to get my cardio in before. So I usually get 2 of these every day, and then usually I'll walk back. And if I have to poop or something, I'll get an Uber back because I ain't trying to walk and have to poop because that's crazy. But yeah, this is like in Provenza here. This is in the Calle, there's the streets. Pergamino's right there next to the orange building. And that's a place I go to in the afternoons to get more coffee and to relax and mess around on my phone. So yeah, I'm about to order my car here to go home and eat. So now that I'm eating way more, I need to try to get home faster so I can get the calories in more, because if I wait too long, like yesterday, I didn't get my first meal until after 10. So then I try to double up my meals later in the day. And I was too full, so I only got 5 meals in yesterday, but it's a lot better than my 3 to 4 that I was getting in, so baby steps. Also, I've been tracking my blood sugar in the mornings. Yesterday, blood sugar was 96. Today, blood sugar was 90. And we need to keep it around 90 or less to have good blood sugar in the morning. If it starts creeping up higher, that means that our insulin sensitivity is not optimal. So we might add in an insulin or something like that if it gets higher, but I highly doubt. I think it will stay 90 or below. Usually at my peak of bodybuilding years ago, it would usually be around like 83, 86 in the morning. So I think I got pretty good health and pretty good genetics for bodybuilding. My biggest weakness right now is just drinking water, which I know that's an easy fix where I just fucking chug more water, but like I'm just like never thirsty, and you know I just drink when I drink, and that's that. So I try to drink a half of electrolytes in the morning when I wake up, and then I drink the other one a couple hours later, or when I go to the gym. But I need to get more water in throughout the day. That's going to be huge for me. It's going to help with the thickness of my blood and everything too, because my freaking red blood cells will be super high, and I need to drink more water to try to calm that down a little bit so I don't have a fucking heart attack. Good morning, guys. Woke up, took my BPC, took my blood sugar, fasted, it was 97, so it's creeping back up. So the first day was 96, then it went down to 90, now it's back up to 97. So evidently I'm getting in the upwards of higher blood sugars fasted in the morning. So I ate my last meal probably around like 8 something, and I took my blood sugar at 7:30 this morning. So it didn't go down below 90, which I intended it to do. So maybe we'll add in a little bit of long-acting insulin to combat some of that. But I'm out here getting the steps in today. I have a meeting at 12. I'm trying to dial everything in with my fitness offer, and so I can help more people. So I'm going to try to make some more videos for my landing page, get everything dialed in. And then we're back on this bodybuilding grind. Like I said, I was testing my blood sugars, and I'm trying to do 6 meals a day. First day I was unsuccessful because evidently I ate too late in the morning. So then I wasn't up late enough to get all 6 meals in. So then yesterday I added the 6th meal to the 5th meal to make it one bigger meal. So today, to try to get all 6 meals in instead of doubling up on the 5th one, I went ahead and did the shake first thing in the morning. And then once I get my coffee and come back an hour or so later, then I'll eat my first meal again, so then I can get that extra meal in without doubling up, if that makes sense. So just an easy way to get more calories in. Even within the past 3 days, my body's starting to fill out and look different. My abs are a little bit more defined, and my muscles are fuller. I think just because maybe I was looking flat all the time, and it was making me look like I had more body fat than I did because it was just deflated. It wasn't pressed against the skin and filled out. So I also added 1 extra day of training. Instead of my push-pull legs Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to do delts and arms, chest, back, and legs. So that's how I'm going to do my split moving forward. So I'm going to go get a coffee, and I'll see you guys soon.